Okay, so venison burgers. Everyone knows a burger. I've probably cooked thousands in my life. It's where I kind of started cooking on a street food stall in, was it Barbican? But venison is such a great meat for a burger. It works so well in a bun. It's such a nice way of using it. Super simple. Again, everyone's going to love it. So I'm going to show you mine from start to finish. So in your Noble and Wild pack that you've got, there'll be 500 grams of venison mince. That'll do you about 4 burgers. So cut into balls, about 125 grams like that. I don't add anything to it. I don't think it needs it. People will add lots of things to burgers. Burgers should just be the meat and then all the toppings and flavorings with it. So first thing we're going to do, we've got some nice brioche buns here. We're going to toast them in the pan just to get that nice crispy edge again. I'm going to show you a few little chefy secrets to burgers that you will not have seen before, but it really just makes a difference between a standard burger and a really good burger. So yeah, once these are toasted, so nice toasted bun, very easy. Then just going to turn the pan up a little bit of this oil in the pan. And then in with the meat. So you want to make sure it's in a nice ball, like that. And you just want to put it in the pan. And everyone's probably going, what is he doing? A ball of meat in the pan, but trust me, this works. You want a quite decent sized pan, because what you're going to do is you're going to take a spatula like this and just squash it down quite firmly. And what that's going to do is it's going to push the meat into the pan, and it's going to mean you got a really crisp edge on the outside. So you're going to have that beautiful sort of crispy edge and then the soft meat in the middle. At this point, you're just going to season this side. Lots of salt. Everyone's a bit worried about how much salt I'm using today, but it's okay. And then pepper. Pepper and venison go really well together, so don't be shy again with this. And then you want to leave that. You want to leave it to get a really nice crispy edge. That's the key to that. So once that's cooking, you can build your base of the bun. So I am using a bit of burger sauce here that I've made, which is mayonnaise, ketchup, bit of Frank's mustard, which is the American sort of very yellow mustard, but it works well with burgers. And then a bit of pickle juice and nutmeg. So that's a real classic burger sauce that I often make with any burger, but this is the one I'm using today. Then we're going to go with some pickles, some nice sweet dill pickles like this, probably 4 of them. Don't be shy again with the pickles. So they're just shop bought really nice sweet pickles that work really well with the sweetness of the meat. Then we're going to go with some rocket, but you can use any greens you want. Iceberg lettuce works well, baby gem, watercress, but at the minute I'm just using rocket because it looks nice. So let's have a look at this meat. So I reckon it's really important to get something with a nice sharp edge, because what you want to do is make sure that you can get all the way under that caramelization. If you can't get under it, you won't pick it up, it'll just stay behind, but that's the real flavor that you want. That deep caramelization on the outside. See, when you do that, when you stick it to the pan, it means it'll stick together nicely. So the ball of meat that you were worried about would fall apart actually just sticks together, because you've got the heat just sticks it all together. Then once you've flipped it, we're going to put some of our caramelized onions on top. Just red onions cooked slowly, oil, salt, and some balsamic vinegar at the end. So that's going to give us that really sweet sort of juicy notes. Then some Gouda cheese on top of that. But you can use cheddar, you can use burger cheese. Classic burger cheese. There's nothing wrong with packet burger cheese. Good for a burger. So a couple of slices on each. And then this is the bit that this is the chefy bit. So you put your bun on, give it a minute to cook. And then what you want to do is get a little bit of water, and ideally you're cooking in a pan that's got a lid with enough height to fill, so when the bun's in there, you're not going to squash the bun. So a bit of water goes in, create some steam, and then cover it. So what that's going to do is fill your kitchen with steam, but also it's going to make sure you get all the cheese melted, the bun's going to go really soft and juicy, and it's going to be the difference between a burger that you can make yourself very quickly and the one that you would want to eat out. And that's the difference between like a really good burger, I think. That bun just goes super soft and pillowy, and the cheese is all melted, and it just brings everything together. So give that 30 seconds. Sometimes you get a bit tempted to have a look, but so you can see there, the cheese is melted really nicely. The bun is like a bao bun. It's very soft and pillowy. So we've got bases ready, everything else in the top. Everyone's getting hungry. Top off. Then again, using your spatula, pick the whole thing up and just plonk it on top like that. That is a couple of venison bones. There you go.